Hey, how's everybody doing? My name's Coupe and I'm back, and welcome to another Rust experimental branch update. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure that instead of it saying play Rust, you have it set to try experimental when you first launch Rust, and then this will come up. You'll be able to play the game in the experimental version. It's got the cool new menu, and it has... The only thing is that the options for, graphics, audio, anything is basically there's nothing there. If you go into options like I will show you right now, there's no options there. There's no video inputs, gameplay. There's nothing. So basically it's just start game, and what you want to do is you want to go to community, and when you go to community, then you can pick the server. Now there's a whole bunch of different servers now, and they're going to be find the best one suited to you. I live in Eastern North America, so East USA is the best server for me, but that might not be the best one for you. But anyway, so there's a whole bunch of servers now. Before there was only like 1 or 2, now there's like 6. So, and then you just click join server, or you can click add to favorites, and then whatever, or remove from favorites. After you come in and you take a look at the new menu, which is really awesome, if you'll take a good quick look, there's not at the bottom right, there's no all the meters aren't there anymore. They've moved it over to the left, and it's just the health meter, and it is your energy meter, right? And you'll actually start to lose health depending on like how your energy is going. It's got a really cool new menu. There's 5 slots now. Now I don't know if that what that means, but it's giving the impression that there might be a backpack slot. So you put a backpack in there in one of those slots after you craft it or whatever, so you're wearing it, and then it'll give you more slots to carry items and stuff and such. They also, if you take a look at the bottom right, there's a weight meter, 65 of 255 kilograms, I think. So there's a max kilogram meter, meaning that with weight, it might either inflict your speed, it might inflict, just things that you're able to do, how much energy you burn if you're carrying more things. There's a whole bunch of new things that you can do in the experimental branch. You can craft new items now. You can craft the furnace. You can craft a pickaxe. You start off with they brought in the bolt action, and they brought in arrows for the bow, so you can actually shoot the bow, which is really cool. I'm going to basically be explaining what's going on as it's going on. I'm going to try and get through everything that's new in the game. This is the pickaxe. The first thing you're going to want to do, actually, once you get in the game, is you're going to want to press F2, and these are the quick fixes for the graphics. And you can turn them off, or you can leave them all on. But by turning most of them off, or at least the ones that run your system really hard, is going to make it run a lot smoother. You're going to get a lot higher frame rate. So basically you want to turn most of them off, depending on if your computer can handle it like pretty good anyways. But I went through and turned most of them off, except for like 1 or 2 that I liked. Motion blur is definitely something you want to turn off, because for some reason motion blur in video games I just don't like. It just doesn't look good. But you can go through the ones and find the ones that you do and you don't like. I enjoyed the color. I found it made it more realistic, so I left the color on, and then I turned the other ones off. Left the clouds on as well. Shadowing. I enjoy shadowing. The reason I wanted to show you this is that there's going to be bullet drop now. As you can see, the tracer, as it goes off, it curves down. And the only thing that had bullet drop before was the bow and arrow. But now all the guns are going to have bullet drops. So that's really cool. I wanted to show you guys that. Watch out for exploding trees, by the way. I don't know how that happened. I never saw it happen again. It was just the one time I was looking off in the distance, and it looked like 3 trees just blew up and went flying. It was pretty cool, so I was like, I'm going to show you guys. It's just a little glitch. It's no big deal. When you start off with 87 health. Now, you can get better health by eating foods, and they have different types of meat now. One thing I did want to show you with this is they implemented the ability to pick up arrows. So I shot one on the ground, and you press E to encounter with it, or interact with it, and then you click pick up, and now you've got your arrow back. You start with 2 arrows. For some reason, that doesn't stack after you... I don't know how to stack. Certain things won't stack in the experimental branch right now, but that's not a big deal. They brought the the nodes back in, but right now all you gather from the nodes is stones, because that's all they're, you know, the only things that you can craft right now are with stones. So like the furnace. I didn't actually take a look at crafting the arrows, but yeah, you can craft arrows and such. I did want to just quickly show you how they brought in the walls. However, the walls can be tricky. Sometimes so I've seen some people figure it out. I don't know if what the exact way to build the walls are. You can place them on the ground anywhere. Well, not anywhere, as long as it's white. White and red. Red is obviously saying that you cannot place it there, and white is saying that you can, as opposed to the red and green that they had before. Although with the fireplace I've noticed is still green. So I think as far as the building materials goes, it's going to be white and red. So you can use it to make walls, mazes, whatever you really want. It's basically trying to make it so that you can build your buildings however you want, instead of being forced to use the pillars and the old school structure like before. This is one of my interactions with people. I thought he was trying to get into my fireplace, which I was trying to cook the human meat, which you get from killing people. You kill them and then you get the meat off them. You can harvest them by hitting them with your axe, but if you do that before you loot them, you actually all the stuff disappears. So you want to make sure that after you kill somebody, you go up and loot their body first, and then you can harvest them and get bone fragments from them, which you can use to make the bone knife and such, or the human meat, and which you can eat. And right at the moment, for some reason, you can eat it raw, which is a little weird. So I think they're obviously going to be working on fixing that. I'm basically just showing you a little bit of the bolt action PvP here. I'm not trying to be like a no scope or quick shot action dude. You can't actually aim down the sights yet with it. It's just from the hip, but you know, always you know, shoot them in the head, make sure they're really dead. But once the body comes underneath them, they're actually dead. It's just taking time to check everything out. So this guy has already done a few things and killed a few people because he's got bone fragments, and he's already got human meat on him, as well as he has, I think he's got wolf meat. They actually have wolves, which I'll be showing you a clip on a little bit later on. The wolf looks really, really cool. All right, one thing to pay attention to here is how they've dealt with splitting up your items. There's no like split now. What it is however how far you go up the item, it actually it does a count, and that's how many you're taking out of it. I think it's going to be a big pain in the ass for when you're looting somebody else's body. So say you killed somebody and you're trying to loot them as quickly as possible and get out. You got to go to make sure that you're at the very top of the item to make sure you're grabbing everything. So it's going to have its ups and its downs. I think that he's trying to make it so that there's more, it's not so much PvP. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Right here, I wanted to show you guys me crafting the pickaxe, and you can use the pickaxe. And I just finished it now, and I think, wait, where is it? There it is. And I'm showing you, this game does have issues with stacking items at the moment, but whatever, it's still being remade. So this is the pickaxe, I just made it. So you can make a certain few things in this game right now, which is really cool. I did want to show you guys the swimming. There's the first and the third person view, which I didn't really show you too much of the third person, but I've showed you in the other videos that I've done. The swimming is kind of interesting, and you can swim up and down in the water, meaning that, like, you know, if somebody's shooting at you, you could probably go under the water to get away from it. But so, and right at the moment, you could fire while swimming, which is a little weird. What I wanted to do with this now is wanted to show you guys the lighting. If you take a look at the shadowing and the lighting on the bolt action rifle and the guy's hands as I'm spinning around from the fire at night, it looks really cool. So here's the wolves. I think this is where I spot the first wolf after I'm messing around with the bolt action. I've killed a few people, so I've gotten some extra rounds of 5.56. So this is the first wolf I come across. It's actually really cool. So they've redesigned it, right? Obviously, but they've added new hairs to it. It's more of a free flowing, and it's There's no aggression to it right now. It just sits there and looks around. So it kind of looks like a lost puppy. And it's kind of sad, but it looks really, really cool. If you take a good look at it, there's like free-flowing hairs on it. And I'm sure that it would have looked better if I had if I'd like had all my graphics up on it or whatever, but and it died. You can kill it, and then you can harvest from it by using the hatchet on it, and it gathers bone fragments and wolf meat, which is, you can use the bone fragments for, there's a lot of new weapons and stuff in the game, or items in the game, that are going to be using bone fragments, which is really cool. I like the fact that they're adding new things, like the different types of meat. There's human meat and there's wolf meat. Take a quick look at the foundation, how it pivots. So it's not just a straight up and straight down thing anymore. So it can pivot just a little bit depending on the on the way the mountain goes. So that way you can sometimes make it work with the mountain and the surroundings. So right here, I was planning on making this really huge foundation base at the top of this mountain, and then from there I was going to try and make some walls and whatnot, and then I encounter another player. But this is pretty much the end. I just wanted to show you some of the new things that has been introduced, like the wolves. They brought the bolt action rifle in. The lighting is amazing. They actually brought in the arrows, so you can shoot the bow. All the different types of meat. So it's not going to be just raw chicken breast anymore. Every animal is going to distribute its own type of meat, which is really, really cool. It's obviously a little bit more realistic, which is what what the final goal is to try to get it as realistic as possible. But let me know in the comment section below what you want to see in the game. If there's certain things. Oh, apparently the slingshot has been confirmed. Fucking A. I've been dying for a slingshot. I think that would be so cool. It would do like minimal damage, I would assume, like 10 damage, maybe even 5 damage, 5 to 10 damage. So it'd be like the lowest damage output thing in the game. But it would be really cool to have a slingshot. You get a group of people running around naked with a slingshot. Anyways, I end up getting into a PvP battle with this dude, and he fucks me up. So maybe it's because I shot at him first, but I just didn't want him around. I wanted to finish what I was doing. Oh, I could have swore I hit him there too. You bleed out too fast, basically. That's something that needs to get fixed. Before, the health regeneration was so fast, but now the bleed out is super fast. But this is the end of the video, so leave a comment in the comment section below what you guys want to see in the in the new Rust experimental branch. Just like Scoop saying, rate, comment, subscribe. Dooch deuce kadoosh.